Welcome to TradeTheMBI.com. This is Jonas Reporters for the 19th of March, and well, the buy signal that we had has not changed, and go figure, the price is actually increasing along with it. Beautiful rising shakeout. Everything right within expectations. We've been breaking through a series of other algo levels that are on the lower time frames, and not seeing much by way of failure or even an amount of selling pressure, which is evident in what we're seeing from the DOC readings, even despite the fall off here of steel, which gives it a complete reset, which is short-term buyers. Long-term buyers above zero. You're here on the NASDAQ 166, and continued midterm buyer rising green. So there's still a lot of attraction into this and just no real short interest at all. Despite all those wonderful articles that said everyone was pulling their money out of the market, blah, 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 blah. So much for news articles and their accuracy, because they always do exactly the opposite of what you expect. And continued bolstered activity here from the euro. Just the final realization that this isn't going to happen, and nothing's happening with Brit exit, and there's all this fear mongering that they talked about was nonsense, and we're just getting back into that range, which is exactly where we dipped to, right in between that a little bit lower in the 110 range to this 115.5 blue line has been here for years now. So we're called this exactly correctly, stuck in between. Now that that's off the table, this may change, and we could actually break above this zone. We still haven't seen a significant enough of long-term buyers on this, mostly been short-term activities. You can see it was a lot of the steel started it, and then we got a pickup of the midterm buyers, and that actually moved us above cyan right there. And now it's about to reach a tough spot right here at this 50% level. So we'll see how that one plays out, because you're starting to get the spike of the orange if steel dips below on the rising steel for a little spider effect. Then we can see a little bit of a pullback into it. Some of it's overbought, so not critical, but certainly makes an impact for the S&P as far as valuation, because it improves global earnings, and that definitely helps. Not to mention the fact that the softening, or at least the recorded numbers of job growth and things like that, mean that they think that the Fed is going to continue to move back towards easing rather than tightening, and this is the buy-up of that potential. So gold not going to go anywhere in the interim until they see new numbers, and so yeah, we look at where we're at right now, which is just continued rising. I mean, we had the ranges, and we bounced back and forth to them. If we slide back to the too far there at the beginning of the day, we had nice little buys down at the bottoms, and then we shot up with the gold. And once we were above that 28.30, boom, that took us all the way up to the next little line I had there was at the 839 range, 28.39 and 3/4. And we hit it, and we kind of stalled that. It's like, okay, that's the biggest chance for retrace at all. And literally all we did was come right back to the other algo, which attracted a complete reset here in the DOC and that crossover boom within this. And this was a nice one to catch, because you had the deep red move. The crossover certainly cleared it by more than 2.5 points. At that particular point, going across with the cyan, moving under green. So when that green crosses it and you're getting that same situation, those usually tend to have much stronger appeal. And sure enough, it took a few more bars of accumulation, because from a broader perspective, they're still looking to acquire and get enough shares, so to speak. And boom. So in this case, they're getting contracts, and that just took us all the way back. And then once we broke above that 39, that left 45 was the next level. And boom, we're now clear of that. Wasn't much of a change either from a 50K standpoint. We've just been maintaining cyan under red pretty much the whole way through here. We had a brief little move slightly above, but nothing that corresponded to anything that was actionable, given the rising gold in that throughout all of this. So all the way back from these P2s. Back at the beginning, and that was down at 27.20. We're at 28.50. Another 100 to go to get to that 29.50 expectation that we've had for quite some time. And I remember a few years ago when I was talking about Dow, not Dow, but the S&P at 3,000, it was sort of like, yeah, right, we're at 1,600 and you're talking 3,000. And I was like, yeah, I'm right around there. And hey, welcome to today from knowing what was going to happen way back. So take that for what it is and just go back and look at the archives. That's the beautiful thing about having everything pre-stated from quite a while back. As always, though, I will put up any new charts. Didn't make it back before Bella's birthday celebrations were over, but because you guys are in daylight savings time change, that hasn't happened in Europe, so market's an hour earlier than normal from our standpoint. Anyway, trade well. We'll talk to you later.